Yeah, know about the school, know about the job, and also we interview people here and people turn up, they're not smart, they're not enthusiastic about the job. It's the worst thing you can do. Sell yourself and really, show you really want to work in that school. Goes a long, long way.
Look at the job description quite clearly, because chances are they're going to ask you about what they've advertised for, and also try and think up an example that you can use. So make it real to your life and link your experiences in with that advert. I would say be confident, be yourself.
I asked them about what their classroom would look like. I asked them on interview what they would consider the most important part of their role. I would hope I'd get lots of answers about relationships with children and staff and parents, because for me that's a huge part of the job. I would ask them questions about the curriculum and about assessment.
Somebody that can evaluate their lesson effectively, and quite often what you find when you're getting candidates to evaluate their lessons is they're very negative, but it is important to say what you think went well and then what you think you would do differently if you taught the same lesson again. So it is really important that there's always positives. And the other thing I would say is just to try and avoid, if you are a laid back person, rather than saying you're laid back, say you're calm, or try and think carefully about the words that you're going to use to describe yourself.
In terms of the interview, I would try and find out what the school ethos is like and build that into anything in your letter or any of your responses, so you can build on their current practice and then offer other skills to it.
I think you need to go and visit the school. You need to get an idea of whether it's a place that you'd actually like to be, because that's really important as much as the school liking you is. I would say that you need to do your research. You need to know, for example, how many students you're going to be teaching your interview lesson, whether any of them have special educational needs or disabilities, whether you have any English as an additional language learners.
I think the other thing is to and this comes from somebody being on an interview panel quite frequently, really, rather than somebody applying for jobs. I think it's really important to do your research and know your school. So have a look at the school's data dashboard, have a look at the Ofsted report, and get a feel for what sort of school it is and what they do really well and what they're working on improving, so that you're informed at interview.
But a lot of what I take from an interview is how they present themselves in that interview. So how they look, how they're dressed, whether they're making good eye contact with me, all those personable skills, I think give a very good first impression to a head teacher.
Them to talk about what they've looked at, maybe sort of online reports, sort of Ofsted. They've done their research, they know about the school, they know what the results are like, they know what the behaviour is like, they know what Ofsted have said. So you really feel they've made the effort to sort of look at your school.
A portfolio can be really useful because often as a teacher there are so many things that you do in the classroom that you can't really demonstrate at interview. You've only got 30 minutes, or if you're lucky 45, to be able to demonstrate how good you are as a teacher. So a portfolio is really useful because you can put in certificates, examples of good lessons that you've done, resources that you've made. I use quite a lot of photography in the classroom, making models out of plasticine and taking pictures, that sort of thing. So it's really nice to put that in to show that there's a different facet to your teaching that you don't normally get to discuss on interview, or you try to remember, but under pressure of the day you don't actually remember to mention it. Kick yourself later.
They need to really demonstrate they know the subject knowledge. The typical question is, why do you want to work at this school? So you can have those answers prepared. They shouldn't floor you on the day. You should come in knowing that, and be positive about the school. When you're asked why you want to work in that school, tell people what's good about it. Why is that the right school for you? That'll get you the job.